I find it awfully strange and funny that the people of the world, Brandon Tatum's, Candy Owens, all these so-called conservative Christians, but I call them the people of the world, just like I call the Democrats the people of the world. But it's funny to me how you always get the so-called conservative Christians always want to talk about biblical issues, certain biblical issues. The LBGQT community, they always want to throw this around. I just seen a fresh video of Brandon Tatum going against somebody. Everybody that called himself a Christian is not. They love to talk about these biblical issues, but like I said, certain biblical issues, abortion, homosexuality, lesbianism, that stuff is biblical issues. They always want to talk about that and push and use them for tactics in TV promotion and interviews and stuff like that. Because this stuff will give them ratings, will give them views, subscribers. The more subscribers they get, the more money they make. So they set out purposely to attack the LBGQT community and want to use and hide behind the Bible like they righteous. That's all you ever hear coming out of the conservatives. Point blank. A lot of conservatives not Christians. A lot of them claim to be. But they throw God around loosely, very loosely. Jesse Lee Peterson and all them, but their main issues they always want to stick to is gays and lesbians, LBG. They so against that. But they claim to be Christians. But Brandon Tatum built his platform on lies just as well as a lot of other conservatives. Jesse Lee Peterson, Candace Owens, all the people, all the conservatives, white and blacks. They only want to deal with certain issues, one or two issues. Pro-life and the LBGQT. They love talking about that. They slam the Democrats. They condemn the Democrats in every return all day long, year round. They slam the Democrats. But when it comes to talking about and dealing with other issues of the Bible, they don't seem to ever want to talk about that. They just talk about stuff gonna get us some ratings. They just talk about hot button issues. We got to stay relevant. We got to get these views. We got to get these likes. We got to sell these books. We got to sell these shirts. We got to sell this merchandise. So let's continue to push the hot button issues. On a political platform. That's all it's about. Political points, platform. The conservative people, TV hosts, radio, podcast hosts, all these people floating around now, they don't care about God. If they did, then why we not hearing them talk about other issues. Concerning life. Did not Jesus Christ say take care of the poor? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Better not start talking about giving and taking care of the poor. Jesus said it's better to give than to receive. Uh-oh. Let's not talk about that. Well, if you give a man a fish, you only feed him for one day. But if you teach him how to fish, then he can eat. Jesus said, give. Jesus said, give. If you have it, give it. Did he not? I've been following a lot of these people for years, the conservatives, all the talking heads and the conservatives on the conservative side. The only thing they want to push and talk about is the LGBTQ community and pro-life abortion issue. That's the only thing they want to talk about year-round. And especially when elections is coming around. Oh, it's hot. Why are they so against the LGBTQ community? Yeah, it's wrong. But to make a living and to go on TV and to go on public media outlets to purposely talk about these issues for the wrong motives, how are you righteous? How is that right? Brandon Tatum claimed to be a man of God, but he curses on a regular basis. I understand these people claim to be men and women of God, but they don't stand on biblical values. They just use that stuff, some stuff that's going to benefit them in their pockets. Brandon Tatum is on record for telling a whole lot of lies about Ahmaud Arbery, the young lady in Kentucky, all the issues involving police and victims. He have a reputation of jumping on them issues and distorting the stories. That's his whole purpose. That's how he built this platform, on distorting stories. Soon an incident happened. The next day, he on TV, radio, whatever, social media, pushing false information. How's you out in Arizona? Stuff happened down in Florida. Stuff happened all the way across the United States. But the next day, you have all the information. Try to act like if he's connected somehow. He grew his reputation on stuff like that. Get the people on his side. All those stories came out in the last few years. Dylan Root, the young white guy that killed the people up in the Waffle House outside of Nashville. It's funny how he liked to switch these stories and switch them around in a way that'll benefit him and pull the people to his side on a black and white issues. That's what he good for. When it comes to black victims, he quick to go out there and change stories and put misinformation out there. But when it comes to black suspects, it's funny how he switched the stuff around. White suspects, mass murders, go in places and kill people, kill folk like they did in Wyoming. You try to shield and protect them. You don't drag them through the mud like you do black folks. Candace Owens them do the same thing. They don't drag the white suspects, whether it be cops or just when they don't drag them like they do the black folks. But they claim they right. They righteous. They right. Well, if George Floyd didn't get killed that day, he would have been out committing crimes or whatever. That's beside the point. You want to use his record to make him guilty and right for the cop to take the man's life over nothing? Over a $20 bill? That they really never proved that he went in the store trying to use a fake $20 bill? But that's what they do. That's why they get called house Negroes. To be famous, to be known around the country and around, you sell your soul, but yet you claiming y'all righteous. So what? You married to a white woman. So what? You married to a white man. What's so special about that? Y'all act like that's something to really be to glorify in. It's only one race, but yet you'll turn around and use that against black. But then you want to throw that in. Well, I married a white woman. Why I married a black man? Or why I married a white man or a white woman? What kind of stuff is that? Y'all done sold your soul for the dollar. Well, but truth be told, a lot of black folk are racist toward their own people. I ran into them before. There are a lot of black people out there that hate black folks. In their eyes, white people are the best thing since sliced bread. But on the other hand, black folk, they hate to be around and associated with black folk. There are black people out there that actually hate black folks. You can't pay me enough money in the world to go out there to get on TV and want to be famous, to go out there and spread lies and misinformation on people, on my people, or on, you know what I'm saying? You're gonna spread information on these folk, on black folk, but then you're gonna hold information and not really say too much when it comes to the white suspects or victims or whatnot. He lied on Ahmaud Arbery. He pushed that narrative. That man got on TV and whatever and said some of everything. No folk closed the case on that lie and had got away. Lo and behold, what happened? The folk came back and reopened the investigation, found out the man was murdered. They chased the man down 2 or 3 times. He ran through the neighborhood, changed direction 2 or 3 times, trying to get away from him. The people were found liable. I think The district attorney down there still got yet to go to trial over it. They murdered that man. They hunted that man down. They chased him down and murdered. But even when that information came out, Brandon Tatum still went public and not apologized, but trying to change it again. Well, his handprint was on the door. Well, he still. If this man see his life, he ain't got no other choice but to try to save his own life by attacking the man. Is he not justified in doing that? Although he got killed, he still made the wrong choice. If I'm going to die fighting. Ain't that what it's supposed to be? Once you get cornered, ain't that what wild animals do? Animals, once they get cornered, their last result is to defend themselves. So what? They get killed. That don't mean you were wrong. Because if I lay down like they want him to and stop, they won't kill him anyway. Because they already had it planned. Told the same lie about the boy down there in Florida that was walking through the neighborhood. That the man went out there and chased him down. And after the police told him to stay in the house and leave him alone, he still went out there. Well, he attacked a man with a gun. No, that man attacked him because if Trayvon Martin had smashed that man's head to the concrete ground like they claim he did, that man would have had a concussion. Ain't no way he would have been able to focus. That was a lie. Then what he said, he smashed his head 2 or 3 times. Come on concrete. That's a lie. That man would have been dead. It kills me. They act like they righteous, act like they holy, but you don't ever hear them pushing, raising the taxes on the rich, on the 1%. You don't ever hear them talking to the Republicans, actually telling them to pass bills. Jesus said give. Now if Jesus said give and help the poor, we gonna exclude that out of the Bible? That's excluded, right? But we still gonna push the topic of homosexuality according to the Bible. That's wrong, right? Now everybody agree, according to the scriptures, it's wrong. But that ain't the only issue. There's many other subject topics that they refuse to talk about. Lying. The conservatives have a reputation of telling lies, being deceitful, being overbearing on politics. If we want to talk about the Bible, let's talk about it all. Don't try to just use certain things to try to make like you holy and righteous. Ain't nothing gonna eliminate homosexuality. It was in the Bible. It was way back then, and it's gonna be here. Sin is sin. He without sin cast the first stone. Y'all don't take that to heart, but yet you want to go on platforms and act like y'all holy. Y'all want to attack the LGBTQ people. If they want to change and modify their body, it's okay to speak against it, but don't make it a political thing, and don't make it something that you can benefit financially from, because your heart ain't in it. You're using it, certain stuff, because it's beneficial to you. You're going to go on platform and try to openly embarrass folks and talk about people and hide behind. That's deceitfulness. Jesse Lee Peterson. Well, didn't God make you perfectly? Then why you gonna? God did make human being perfectly. But if you want to use that Let's talk about the stuff we know and see that's not perfect when it comes to human beings in the world. Siamese twins. People born without limbs. People born with extra limbs. People born without sexual organs. People born with 2 different sexual organs. They do exist. If we want to say God made everybody perfect, which he did, you can't not exclude everything else. After sin entered the world, then everything went downhill from there. So you can't use the gate, well, God made you perfect, God, then you don't want to talk about everything else. We unperfect. The world is unperfect. People have issues with genes not separating themselves, pregnancy issues and stuff like that all the time. Look around the world, you see it. The stuff is popular on TV now. People born without limbs. What you gonna tell them? Huh? People born crippled, defected arms. Facial. They face is deformed, born that way. So you don't talk about that, right? You're just gonna talk about the issue that make y'all feel good and popular and make you popular with the world because y'all are benefiting from it from a deceitful standpoint. All money ain't good money. You might be on TV and well, I'm doing it. All money ain't good money when you come to Jesus. You don't use issues and try to use the Bible solely for the purpose of you benefiting from it. You let them people put y'all out there to do that crap, to do that mess. Y'all happy because you see growth. You gaining. You becoming popular. You becoming rich, but at the expense of godliness. We will always be surrounded by homosexuality. It's okay to speak against it, but speak against it from a right position. God knows the heart, right? So y'all can't come at them people like they full of sin and you not, because Jesus said everybody has sin. So you're gonna sit on those platforms and drag these people and down them to hell for living a sinful life, and at the same time, the Bible say cursing is a sin. Many ways, the way we dress can be a sin. Things we do can be a sin. So y'all gonna act like y'all holy, you perfect, and everybody else is unperfect. Jesus didn't say that. I mean, we're gonna talk about the issues, and I've been listening to the conservative talk show, the conservative platform for years, and they don't never touch a lot of other issues. But we know that a few years ago, a lot of them conservative up there in Washington, were getting in trouble for messing with them boys up there in the bathrooms and stuff. A conservative preacher just killed himself two or 3 months ago. Found out to be a cross-dresser. Did the conservative media talk about him? No, they didn't. Not at all. He was very adamant against the LGBTQ community, but he was found out to be exactly what he was preaching against. Hypocrite. So what, you married a white woman? Candace Owens, so what, you married a white man? What that supposed to mean? That ain't nothing special, nothing to brag about. You marry who you want to marry. What's that, a slam again? Well, we don't show y'all white folks in. Yo, okay, fine, cool. The Bible says you free to marry whoever you want to marry. A lot of people don't agree with that, but I do. Marry who you want to marry. But y'all want to use that like, well, see, look at us. We marry white folks. Y'all marry black folks. They ain't no more special than any other race of people. What make them so special? What make you so special? Because you married outside your race. And I heard Brandon Tatum say racism don't exist no more. That's a lie. Racism will always exist because sin will always exist until the Lord come back. Jesse Lee Peterson said the same stuff years ago. Racism don't exist no more. That's a lie. Because you want to shield yourself from it and hide among certain people, that don't mean it don't exist. If you refuse not to see it, then you ain't gonna see it. That's why people call y'all house Negroes. Y'all throw y'all own people away. I don't throw nobody away. I defend right. I speak out against wrong. No matter what I'm at, who I'm at. If I feel like you done wrong somebody in my presence, I'm gonna say something to you. I tell you it's wrong. I ain't never been the one to bite my tongue on anything. But they built their reputation on that type of stuff. Dragging their own people. Don't drag nobody. You speak what's right and wrong, no matter what color. George Floyd wrong. Ma Arbery wrong. The girl up there in Louisville, Kentucky, the police went in their house. Wrong. Wasn't even supposed to be there. They was looking for something. They were trying to get the ups on some money. They was running inside. That's another thing. They don't talk about Brandon Tatum is an ex-cop and stuff like that. He ain't never opened his mouth hard and talked about doing away with no-knock warrant. Them things no-knock warrant don't benefit nobody. All they do is take lives. Crooked cops want to get the ups. They all the time going to the wrong houses. And I think a lot of times they be set up. We're gonna go to the wrong house intentionally. A Latino man in my area was killed a few years ago in Horn Lake, Mississippi. Off that same, and he ain't get nothing. They shot through the door and killed him, and they was at the wrong house. Don't tell me racism don't exist. That's a lie. Y'all that marry outside y'all race, y'all tend to want to ignore certain issues. You tend to want to shield yourself. Brandon Tatum, he was another. January 6th, He's supposed to be a Trump supporter. He supported. I heard him on this show a couple of days after January 6th, trying to tell the people they ain't do it right. If I had a win up here, if I had a win, it would have been doing right. If I had a win, but what do you say? But I got a family to take care of. So you out there in Arizona, hiding in a tunnel somewhere, hiding in the basement, trying to tell the people 2,000 miles away that they didn't do right. You mad because they didn't accomplish your mission. But you got every excuse why you didn't go. You didn't show up there. Why? Because you knew, like a lot of them people that are getting locked up now, you probably be locked up. But you bout it, right? You gonna tell them you mad because they didn't do it right. Sellouts. Nothing but sellouts. This country full of sellouts. And the majority, us, that sell out. I done been there, done that. I done had to stand alone on my own in many establishments. They're run by white. I'm gonna throw you on the bus in the middle. You ain't there to defend yourself. I done seen that. I done been in the room with them, trying to throw me on the bus. No, I thought I'd defend my own self. Oh, gang up on you in a minute. If it come to the them in you, if they stand to lose something or whatnot, that man there gang up on you in a minute. I seen that. I told a white guy one day that I worked at a job. I said, man, I can't depend on you to defend me. I ain't there. I defend my own self. You go there and tell that man any type of lie, and the person coming here with you, they gonna defend you. They gonna stand with you. Y'all gonna throw me on the bus. Told them that. And that's exactly what they tried to do. Because I had to have a meeting with the man when I got back 2 days later. They called me in Pacific. Whoa, wait a minute. What? No, I ain't had nothing to do with that. That's them not doing their job correctly. They got in hot water because they missed some money, messing with the man's money, and they tried to put it on me. Oh, wait a minute. It don't go like that. But that's what they do. For fame and fortune, they get on TV and do exactly what the man wants them to do, beat up and tear down their own race. Unjustifiably. If you're going to speak out against wrongdoing, fine. That's what I do. Black and white, you're going to speak out all, straight down the middle. When it comes to certain people, you want to bite your tongue. Well, we ain't going to put that out there about them. Well, but you don't hesitate to put this information out there about your own people. You ain't waiting to see what they going to say. You're going to jump on the stories just to muddle them up to try to kill the character of the victim. That's exactly what you try to do to George Floyd. Jamil Wright and all them. Kill their character to justify the suspect. It don't matter what George Floyd did 20 minutes prior to him having that contact with that cop. It don't matter what he did. That cop was still wrong for what he did. Ahmaud Arbery, they said he was jogging. He was going through the neighborhood, going in the house. He was Hammer. That man, Brandon Taylor said all kinds of stuff about Ahmaud Arbery. Everything was live. All of it was live.